I am a man from a certain time, from a certain era, where integrity matters, where integrity is important. And that means that you be who you say you're going to be, you be where you say you're going to be, you do what you say you're going to do, and you turn up when you say you're going to turn up. And today, because I'm not very good on my computer with technology, I failed on all those fronts. I was supposed to have a meeting at 11 o'clock today with a lovely person called Louise. Now, I, at the time of making the appointment, thought I saved it on my Outlook. And so when I checked my diary this morning, thought it was clear, and so I had a clear day. So I'm going off to be where I think I'm going to be and do what I think I'm going to do. But I get a phone call at 11:10 from Louise who says, Dave, I thought we was having a meeting. And I suddenly remembered. I did come clean. I was honest. I told her I mucked up. I made my apologies. Luckily, I was only 20 minutes away from where we were supposed to meet, so I hightailed it over there. We had a fantastic meeting. No one died. We laughed and joked about things, and everything was fine. But I'd wasted at least half an hour of her day, and it made me reflect on three things that I want to share with you. I relearned these things out of this situation today, and the three things are about time, about car parking, ourselves in our lives, and about chasing pieces of gold and chasing pieces of silver. So I've wasted our time. It just made me reflect on how precious time is. And time is precious because, unlike many things in this life, it's different. You can lose a relationship, get one back. You can lose your job, you can go get another one. You can lose your fitness, you can go and get that back too. You can lose your mind, and then you can go and find it again. But time is so precious because once it's spent, once it's used, you cannot go and get that time back again. So we need to spend our time wisely doing the things that we really want to do, chasing our goals, our dreams, and being happy. It's so important, and we don't know how much time we've got. Do you know that there are only 86,400 seconds in a day? That is all there is. There is just there's 7 days in a week. There's 52 weeks in a year. There's only 365 days in a year, and there's only so many years in our lives, and we simply don't know. You, me, we do not know how many years that we've got to live, and that's why time is so precious, that we really make the most of it. And, like me, for example, overweight. I'm on juice diet number 5, day 6 of the juice diet. I'm going to do 77 days, and I am overweight. I spend a lot of my time in the evenings on the couch, looking at my laptop, working things out, doing some writing, watching TV and talking and joking and drinking coffee and being with my family, when maybe some of that time could be better spent moving around and losing some weight so I've got a little bit longer to live on the planet. That's a good use of my time. So time is so precious. Be careful what you're doing with your time. Don't waste it, because you don't know, but you could be gone tomorrow. So use it wisely. The other thing that I learned was about car parking. So I'm talking to Louise. We never met before, but turns out that she's a mother of 3 children, 3 young children. And I was just talking to her, we were chatting about things, and I asked her how happy she was, and out of 10, she was a 6 out of 10, which surprised me. I thought, 3 kids, you're probably on a 2 most of the time, and when it really gets bad, you dip down into -10. But she said on average about 6 out of 10, which isn't particularly good. And I said to her, well, what is the things that you need to do to make yourself an 8 out of 10, to make yourself happier? And when I ask people that, normally they don't know. But she said straight away, change my job. And I said, well, why don't you just change your job then? And she said, I can't. And that's the thing with a lot of us. We get trapped in jobs where we think we're trapped. We can't get out for financial reasons or other reasons. And so we stay in jobs that are making us miserable. And you know what? We spend more time at work than we do at home. We spend more time at work doing things that, than we do doing the things that we love. We're with people at work more time than we are with our loved ones. So if you ain't enjoying your job, here's a notion, go get a different one. But we often get trapped. We park ourselves in our life. We car park ourselves in certain situations thinking we can't get out of them, when really and truly we can. And I was saying to her, so what's your plan? She said, well, the thing is, she said, I know by looking at things and looking at what's happening in the economy and what's happening in the business, there's probably going to be some redundancies coming, and I could be heading for redundancy. So I ain't going nowhere because I'm going to wait for my redundancy. So I sort of thought, but I said to her, well, actually, when's that going to happen then? She said, I don't know. So I said, so let's say it happens in 1, 2, 3 or 4 years' time. That means that you would have stayed in a job being really unhappy at 6 out of 10 for another 4 years. When actually you could make a decision just to leave now. And that means that if you left now and got another job that you were happy with, you would be happier a lot sooner than waiting for that redundancy. So, you know, you want to think about things. If you find that you're car parked in your life, maybe you want to think about changing. And that brings me on to the third learning that I took out of today, is about chasing pieces of silver, chasing those 30 pieces of gold. In my time, I've gone after certain pieces of silver and gold that I thought might be valuable to me and valuable to my family. But in the end, do you know what it did? Tipped me over the edge, and it worked against me. And when I look back, it just wasn't worth the happiness, the unhappiness that ensued through that pursuit of that gold. Wasn't worth it. So the third learning is be careful of the gold or the silver that you're chasing, and ask yourself, is it truly worth the hurt? Is it truly worth everything that you've got to put in or forsake to get your hands on those pieces of silver? Now, if you determine that yes, it's worth it, then of course you've got to chase it, and chase it as hard as you can. But if you look inside yourself and you truly think, you know what, you even know chasing it ain't worth it, well, you just can't do it, because by token you is going to be unhappy. And Louise, if she's just chasing these extra pieces of silver for 4 years, you can't look back and she think, well, was it worth it? You know, was it worth it? And so that's just a few learnings from me today from a situation that I found myself in, where I let myself down, where I failed. But you know what the thing about failure is? You say, get something out of it. If you failed and you're going through some pain, use the pain for some gain. And that's what I've done, because I've taken the learning out of it. I've relearned about the precious commodity of time. I've relearned about not parking yourself in your life, and don't chase silver unless it's really worth it.